There it is. And so many people are here already. Hello, EverX, and Serp, and Desi. We were just at the end of investigation. Is that right? We'll find out in a moment. The very, very end. We were about to go talk to... Right, were we leaving and going to the detention center, probably? Who did we just meet? I kind of forgot a lot of stuff. Did somebody just show up and talk to us? Yeah. Larry Butts. Maybe. This is the dead guy? No. The apprentice priest. I see. That man we just met. He seemed quite suspicious to me. Don't tell me he is an acquaintance of yours. Not everyone who's suspicious is friends with a lawyer or vice versa, you know. For example, I have many upstanding friends and acquaintances, like a chief prosecutor. Well, as long as your friends are free from the taint of corruption. They are! And not everything is about good and evil. What to do? Are you going to speak with that woman? If you mean Maya, then yes, there's something I need to talk to her about. Something like a jailbreak? And how exactly could we do that with you and a guard watching us like hawks? No, Phoenix, you're getting mixed up. The one with the hawk was the previous game. Ugh, I hate the ads. I am so upset by Twitch's ads. I mean, I don't see, like, I use an ad blocker, so I don't see them, but still ridiculous. Nick, I knew you'd come. Maya, she sure looks tired. How are you holding up? It wasn't me, but no one will believe me. A likely story. I have to admit, I'm still a bit in shock. Who would have thought you'd get caught up in something like this, and so far from home? But I'm going to defend you, so hang in there. We can do this if we work together. This is all my fault. Well, geez, there she goes. I mean, you came to Khura'in just to see me. Just to visit me. We hadn't seen each other in ages, and then this happens. I haven't seen her this down in ages either. Well, that goes without saying. Come on, remember who you're talking to. Besides, I thought you'd be used to being the usual suspect by now. Wow. I guess you're right. And you've always saved me each and every time. Yep, so just tell me everything you can. Let's go from there. Barbed head, stop stalling and go straight to the matter of true import. We know she is the murderer. Therefore, it is time for her confession. Your benevolence. What brings the royal priestess to a place like this? I am watching over this lawyer to keep him from tampering with anything in this case. Now, out with it. Confess to your crime. Please, your benevolence, could you please take it down a notch or three? Humph. Maya, please tell me what you can. I know this must be difficult, but anything you can remember might help. In fact, anything you remember is guaranteed to help as long as I make it a truth bullet. Sure, okay. The incident. I didn't kill the High Priest. I wouldn't even dream of it. I mean, he always treated me so well. Abbot Inmi was an important figure with a ton of duties, including training acolytes. He was really kind, even to a foreigner like me. He even invited me over to his house whenever I was between training sessions. How could I ever kill someone like that? He sounds like a really good person. I think I would have liked him. It was so much fun. I got to enjoy meals with his family and everything. and his wife was a master of Khura'inese cuisine. I've never eaten better in my life. It's like they were her family and home away from home in this foreign land. They must have been a source of comfort, what with being here for training and all alone. But what? I can't completely deny the charge either. Huh? As I suspected, the snake has shown her true colors at last. Your benevolence, please. I'm trying to figure out what really happened here. Humph. So, what do you mean you can't completely deny the charge? Well, during the purification rite, I suddenly got really, really sleepy. The next thing I knew, Abbott in me was, you know... You suddenly got sleepy? So then, you didn't actually see the High Priest get murdered? Oh no! Oh no, I'm suddenly also getting sleepy. I might commit a murder. No, I didn't, but... If I was possessed by some crazed spirit while I was asleep... Okay, this again. This again. What an excuse. How dare you pin your crime on another person's soul? Humph. Be honest, what you call training is but an extended vacation in reality. And that training here is simply for prestige. No, it's not like that at all. I'm training to become the master of the Khura'in... Wait, they called it something else here. Okay, so Khura'in is the channeling technique, but Khura'in is the country. Khura'in channeling technique. A neophyte practitioner such as you become a channeling master? I think not. The spiritual power required is beyond the means of an outsider like you. Rafa seems to really hate fakers. But Maya does actually have the power to channel spirits. I should let Rafa know. Your benevolence, I wouldn't call Maya a neophyte, because she can already wait, Nick. What? Can I talk to you for a second? Why is she whispering all of a sudden? I want to keep my spirit channeling ability a secret while I'm here, Nick. What? Why? I'll, explain later. Just keep it a secret for now, okay? If you say so. What's that all about? Have Legal Eagle play this game. I mean, him watching the first episode of the anime was enough. We all know that this is not very accurate. And certainly not accurate to American courts. Maybe a smidgen more accurate to Japanese, but... What is all that whispering about over there? Oh, it's nothing, really. I'll have to ask about this later, when Princess Rafa's not around. Oh, I almost forgot. Nick. Yes? About Abbott Emney's murder, there was something I noticed that I thought strange. Oh? So, what was it you noticed? Well, you probably won't believe me, but why don't you let me be the judge of that? Okay, so you know that spring? The spring? You mean the pool in front of the Warbad statue? Yes, that. The water in there was dark red. And when I say dark red, I mean blood red. Oh, that? Yeah, I saw it too. You did? Yeah. The High Priest's blood turned it red. What? No, that's not what I meant. The spring was red before he was killed. What? Wait, so it was already red? Even before the High Priest was killed? Are we Snake now? Already red. Before the High Priest was killed. Yeah. I noticed it during the purification rite, just before I passed out. It's just like the ancient legend says. What ancient legend? The spring shall run red upon Lady Kee'ra's return. That's how it goes. That's how it goes, anyway. Hold on. Yes, there is a legend about the inner sanctum that says just that. But the water runs red this time thanks to the murder. The police investigation confirmed it. Perhaps your eyes were deceived by the lantern light reflecting off of the water. I don't think that was it, though. An ancient legend, huh? I wonder if it's connected to this murder somehow. Nick? Yes? So, actually, there's one more thing. Good, because I only have 3 truth bullets. That's not enough. What's up with Maya? She keeps looking over at her benevolence like she's worried what Rafa will think. There's something I want to show you. There is? I found this at the inner sanctum after I came to. Is this a letter? It's in Khura'inese. See that? See that stamp on the far left? At the end of the letter? Does it look familiar? This red stamp here? That's the mark of Lady Kee'ra. Oh, right. It looks just like the mark on her forehead. Lady Kee'ra, you say? Let me see that. Why, this is... What? What does it say? It doesn't say anything. It's just a bunch of dots. Do not perform the rite. I know what you are planning. Lady Kee'ra. That sounds like a threat or a warning. Whoever's pretending to be Lady Kee'ra was pressuring the High Priest to stop the rite. Yeah, that's what it looks like to me, too. Nick, do you think... Wait. First, there's that ancient legend. The spring shall run red upon the... We just said that. Now, there's also Lady Kee'ra's warning. Plus, with the Warbad dagger being eyed as the murder weapon... don't tell me. That's why she has to be the real deal. It gives me chills just thinking about it. I bet Lady Kee'ra's spirit possessed the sacred robe or something. Don't tell me. You actually believe that the real Lady Kee'ra returned to kill the High Priest? Dots. Don't be silly, Nick. Huh? Historical figures don't come back to life, and neither do dead people inhabit the spirits of people's bodies, even though you can do that. I mean, give me a break. You were saying only yesterday how it was more fun to believe that she's the real deal. Yeah, yesterday. I wish I could keep on entertaining that fantasy too. But the fact is, we're dealing with a murder here. Thus, my days of dreaming have come to an end. I'm going to keep it real from now on, and you should too, Nick. I thought you said I was the boring one because I was keeping it real. Sorry, I guess I've outgrown that stepladder argument we always have. No! I think you mean ladder, Maya. Haha, get it? So what do you mean by keeping it real? Oh, so you know how someone is dressing up like Lady Kee'ra and capturing rebels, right? Oh, you mean the rebel hunter Lady Kee'ra in the papers? Yeah, that one. I think that's who probably sent this warning. What nonsense is this? You dare to suggest that Abbot Inmee was slain by Lady Kee'ra? You nincompoop? Eek! The rebel hunter is sure to be a vigilante who loves this kingdom. And it is that patriotism that led them to cloak their identity in the guise of Lady Kee'ra. Such a patriot would never slay the High Priest. I guess it's only natural for Princess Rafer to see it that way, but I can't let it go at that. Besides, why would such a vigilante want to stop the purification rite in the first place? I haven't figured that one out yet. I rest my case. Still, if this rebel hunter had a compelling enough reason... They might have killed the High Priest after he ignored their warning. You, big dummy, you can't fool me. It was you who forged that warning letter. You are trying to shed your guilt onto our most sacred Lady Kee'ra. Admit it. No, I'd never do such a thing. Now, your benevolence. Let's try to remain rational about this. Grr. Maya, did you show that letter to the police? No. I was afraid that it would anger everybody needlessly. So I was waiting to show it to you, Nick. And judging by her benevolence's reaction, I'd say Maya was right to be worried. Wait, what are... There are a number of places on this letter where there are 3 holes in a row. Are these supposed to be some sort of message too? Not that we'll be finding out anytime soon, I suspect. So this just mean that it was folded up at one point. It was folded up at one point, and 3... I can't think of anything we saw that had 3 prongs or anything. Alright, accused. Wrap it up. I guess they have more questions for me. Yeah. At least I have a better idea of what we're up against now. Nick, there's something I've been meaning to say. I don't need a lawyer this time. What are you talking about? It's just, you know they have that Defense Culpability Act here in Khura'in, right? Well, if I'm found guilty, you'll be charged with abetting a criminal. Maya, thanks for thinking of me, but... Don't worry, Maya. We'll pull through this together somehow. We always have, haven't we? Yeah. But we're not in Kansas anymore, you know? This is Japanifornia. True, but I've already been through one trial here already. So I know what I'm getting myself into. We're going to win this one, no matter what. Because I believe in your innocence. Yeah, I know. We've always won because of your faith in me. That's right. So it's all aboard the Phoenix Freedom Express. Sure. Thank you, Nick. Well, I'll see you later. Bravado will not save you tomorrow, even though it did totally save you last time. And by then, it will be too late to ask for mercy. We're going to beat this charge, you'll see. I don't care to understand every single word that was spoken, but I don't like the sound of that Phoenix Freedom Express one bit. Wait. Don't tell me you don't know what Freedom Express refers to. Ugh! Of course I know. Do not presume to know what I do not know. I'm no closer to understanding why someone would want the High Priest dead. But given the use of the Warbad dagger, and the existence of the warning letter, I'd say the rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kee'ra is the real prime suspect. It might help if I knew more about this modern-day Lady Kee'ra. I wonder if anyone has any info on them. Maybe the first thing I should do is go someplace where locals like to gather. To the bazaar. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I guess the bazaar is as good a place to start as any. Now, who should I? The bird. Ask the bird. Ask the bird. Ask the bird. I see. So that is what a Freedom Express is. Consulting her pocket internet again, I see. Mr. Wright. That sounds like... I don't know who it sounds like, because I didn't do a voice. Oh, it's you. Is Miss Maya okay? I believe her, Mr. Wright. I know she didn't do it. Do you now, boy? Polunkunka, your benevolence. You mustn't trust in lawyers, you... Are you not the accused from the last trial? Oh, what's wrong, Albie? Your benevolence speaks with the, You may speak in the vernacular, little monk. Now, what is your name? Yes, your benevolence. I'll be Ur'gaid, your benevolence. Know this, Albie, your soul is only as clean or filthy as the company you keep. I wish you'd stop insinuating that all lawyers are trash. Please forgive me, your benevolence, but Mr. Wright is a very trustworthy man. And I trust him as a lawyer. What's this? I'm sorry, forgive my insolence. If a common boy such as he can place his trust in lawyers, it can only be because of my failure at the Hall of Justice the other day. Ooh. Mr. Wright, her benevolence has sunk into the ground. She must really feel responsible for what happened in court that day. Let's give her some breathing room now. I'm sure she'll be back on her feet in no time. In the meantime, do you mind if I ask you some questions? Of course not. I'm always glad to help. No, I gotta know about the bird. I can't wait. You're the real culprit. Allow me to explain. This bird is known as a warbad. It's only found here in Khura'in. Oh, right. The bird Lady Kee'ra based herself on. It's a really beautiful bird. Tourists must love it. They usually do. There's just one thing about it that's kind of hit or miss. Its unusual cry drives children to tears. It can even make some adults collapse in fear. It has a cry that sounds like, "You're a goner." Maybe they should keep such a fearsome creature in a less crowded area. Alright, we'll worry about that later. The Rebel Hunter. Tell me what you know. Reveal your secrets. Such a desirable bird. Welcome, Odd Garrett. I gifted you a sub yesterday because you had the correct guess for 2020. I wasn't going to do anything, but then Stone Vigil came up, and I was like, does anyone have Stone Vigil for number 2020? So I checked, and it was you. So you win second place. So what have you heard about the Rebel Hunter that was in the newspaper? Everyone's overjoyed at her appearance. They say she's the modern-day Lady Kee'ra. So they're treating this Rebel Hunter like a mysterious protector of the people, huh? People have been on edge recently, what with that jailbreak and stuff. I sure hope they catch that escaped prisoner soon. Escaped prisoner? Yes, he was one of the vicious rebels that Lady Kee'ra had captured. So there's a hardened criminal on the loose. That is bad news. Yes, but the modern-day Lady Kee'ra is also super amazing. I mean, she takes down big scary rebels all by herself. Yeah, that's not exactly something just anyone can do. Someone that strong could have easily overpowered and killed the High Priest. And what about that escaped prisoner, Albie? So what's the escaped prisoner supposed to be like? They say he's a vicious fiend who serves as Dirk's right-hand man. There's the right hand. Dirk, as in the leader of that rebel group? Yes! The escapee serves that dreadful master of the Defiant Dragons. They say the prisoner is a former soldier, and that he wields a big, scary knife. Rumor has it he's a cold-blooded killer to boot. He sounds like a really dangerous man. Almost a tenth as dangerous as just a normal person with the gun. You just shoot him, that's all. He is, but the police still can't find him, even after an exhaustive search. Wait, I remember hearing about a prison. There is a prison at the apex of this mountain. A prison? Way up there? prison is at the top of the Inner Sanctum's mountain, right? How did he even break out? No one really knows. He supposedly did it without any tools to speak of, too. Some say he must have fallen to his death. Personally, I'd like to believe he did. Otherwise, something like that terrible incident might happen again. Terrible incident? Sayaku, no, whatever. The terrible, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Yeah, he didn't have any tools to speak of, so he did it with tools that were not to speak of. What was that about a terrible incident, Albie? It happened before I was even born, but Queen Amara, the previous queen, was assassinated. And it was the rebel leader Dirk who did it. The previous queen was assassinated? That's kind of unsettling. Ooh, it was the terrible deed of a heinous sinner. I mean, to take the life of such a gentle queen? Only someone with a dark, defiled soul could have done that. They really take their queen seriously here, like god-worshipping level serious. It really would take someone pretty bold and blasphemous to assassinate one. Those defiant dragon rebels are not afraid to do anything to accomplish their goals. That's why, with that escaped prisoner on the loose, who knows who might be killed next? So that's why the people of Khura'in are so afraid of that escapee. And why they want the rebel hunter to take him out along with the other rebels. So is there anything else you can tell me about the rebel hunter, Lady Kee'ra, Albie? I was just thinking that there was something else. But what was it? Oh, yeah. Oh, well, there we go. There's the thing that that has 3 prongs. Here. What is it? Shadow found it. Why, that's the Warba'ad arrow. Feeling better now, your benevolence? This is no time to be feeling sorry for myself, for I am the crown princess of Khura'in. Now, let me see that, boy. Yes, your benevolence. It looks very much like one of the legendary weapons Lady Kee'ra once used in battle. A 3-pronged arrow? I could have sworn I'd seen something resembling that arrowhead recently. Where did Shadow find it, Albie? Near Abbot Enmi's house. Near the victim's house, huh? Something tells me I better look into this. Albie, can I ask you to take me to the High Priest's house? Yes, of course. Come to think of it, he was married, wasn't he? And his wife is the one who usually plays the part of Lady Kee'ra in the Purification Rite. I should probably talk to her, too. Hit you with the badge first. Boom. Oh, no, wait, I had way more evidence than I thought. Wow, what a beautiful badge. It's the attorney's badge we use in my country. It kind of looks like a sunflower to me. Yep, I'm pretty sure there's even a reason for it. Please do explain, Mr. Wright. Maybe next time. I should have known he'd ask me to explain. So this is where the High Priest lived. Wait a minute. This is where they brought me when my back gave out. And the woman in front of that altar, she must be the High Priest's wife. First person you see is automatically his wife, huh? Oh, I can't look at other things. Ha! It's the Steel Samurai. Excuse me? Beh'leeb in me. Yes, may I help you? I was hoping to speak with the High Priest's wife. Are you she? Please forgive the intrusion, Lady Beh'leeb. Oh my, your benevolence. Please, be at ease. What a terrible time this must be for you. I owe much to your husband. You have my deepest sympathies for your tragic loss. You honor me with your kind words. Look, dear, the royal priestess has come to visit us. Yes, What's that? Oh, of course. Hee hee. She's talking with this funeral picture. My husband, too, is delighted that the royal priestess has graced us with her presence. You can speak with Abbot in me? No, I don't possess the power to speak with the dead, but I can feel his presence. What's that? No, that can wait till later, dear. She's definitely speaking with him. So, your benevolence, what is it that brings you to my humble abode? This lawyer is investigating your husband's death, and I am watching him to ensure he does not tamper with any of the evidence. I know this must be difficult, but could I ask you some questions? A good friend of mine has fallen under suspicion, you see. A friend of yours? So then you must be Maya's friend from the States, correct? That's right. I am sorry, but I'm still grieving. Isn't that right, dear? Yes, I know. Abbot Inmi and his wife were one of the closest and most loving couples in Khura'in. If she is not ready to talk, I will not allow you to press her any further. She did just lose the love of her life. It would be incredibly insensitive of me to force answers out of her right now. But I need to talk to her if I want to learn more about the High Priest. Plus, there's the Warbata arrow that I'll be found near the house. There's too much I need to find out for me to leave just yet. Would it be okay if I stayed here a little while? Barbed head! Have you not been listening to a word I said? Look, your benevolence, I'm sorry for her loss, but I'm running out of time. So what I will do is promise to leave if she doesn't change her mind. Please, let me talk to my husband about this. Yes, I know. No, don't. Not in front of the royal priestess. Now, if you would excuse me. What the heck were they even talking about? You have but poured salt on her wounds. This is precisely why you lawyers are so despised. Irk! I was just trying to help Maya's case. I didn't mean to hurt Mrs. Inmi. Could it be that you actually possess a conscience? Of course I do. But I'm also desperate for information. So, what do you plan to do now? Pass the time by looking around the room, I guess, and see if she changes her mind. Just see that you do not touch anything you should not. Guess I should watch what I touch then, just in case Princess Rafa gets mad at me. Bang the drum! Oh, that's actually going to be relevant. That thing is broken? What a magnificent altar. Of course it is magnificent. It is for the Holy Mother, after all. The Holy Mother? Is she that faceless figure up there? Such insolence! How do you not know who her holiness is on sight? Do you seek to cross over into the Twilight Realm right this instant? She's pulling a Maki roll. Do you want to die? Sorry, it won't happen again. This is why lawyers are so despised. Now listen well. Depicting her holiness's face is the greatest taboo in all of Khura'ism. There are none alive today who know what her face really looks like. And that includes the members of the royal family. Wow, now there's an unusual custom. It's gotta be one heck of a secret if even the royal family can't know what she looks like. If nobody knows what she looks like, it's not really a secret anymore. It's just something you don't know. Oh, also, I guess I was wrong. This whole thing is just the altar. There's nothing special about that drumstick. Look what I found. This looks like a wastebasket. Hey, there's an envelope sticking out. There are 3 holes in a row near the top. I know. Where have I seen holes like these before? Scrounging around in other people's garbage like some stray dog. You are a pitiful creature indeed. What does it say here? Say what you will, but I've got a job to do. It says, to the High Priest. You cannot even read? You are even more pitiful than I had thought. Thanks, and I will keep your words of wisdom in mind, your benevolence. Guess I should have studied some Khura'inese before I came. So the envelope was addressed to the High Priest, huh? But it's empty. Still, there's something about it. I'd better hang on to it. There is no return address. What is this scary-looking spiky thing? It is a floor cushion for heightening a practitioner's mental focus. Your ignorance astounds me. There is not a soul in Khura'in who would not recognize this. A floor cushion? You mean you're supposed to sit on this? How else would you suggest it be used? It looks like a torture device to me. This game looks kind of like checkers, or chess, or shogi. You mean to say you have never heard of Kachu-demal? Catch them all. I have heard people describe it as Khura'inese chess. So two players take turns moving their pieces in a bid to capture the other's king? Not quite. In Catch Them All, the object is the utter annihilation of your opponent. Furthermore, each piece has a special move that can only be used once per game. Special moves? Sounds like a game right up Maya's alley. There's a steel samurai patch on this bag. Guess the bag must be Maya's. She probably left it here while she was performing that rite. Is this a piece of art of some sort? What a beautiful orb. Is something the matter? Barbed head, take one step back. Okay, done. Did you spot something? Yes, your dismal reflection. It was ruining the orb's beauty. Did you have to put it like that, your benevolence? Okay, it was nothing. TV. That surprised me. What show is this? It is the Plumed Punisher, Warrior of the Neo-Twilight Realm. It is based on Lady Kee'ra and is the #1 action show in Khura'in. The Plumed Punisher, Warrior of Neo... The Plumed Punisher, Warrior of Neo-Twilight Realm. Yes, it is an entirely original show created right here in our kingdom. I'm not so sure about its originality, given its overall look, and that theme song. Is something the matter? Well, it's just, we have an action hero show back home that is really similar to this. I'm guessing this show is why Maya is so into Lady Kee'ra. Honestly, the theme song is exactly the same as the one from Maya's favorite show, the Steel Samurai, Warrior of Neo-Old Tokyo. It's a popular action hero series filmed right here in Japanifornia. Set in a city known as Neo-Old Tokyo, it pits the Steel Samurai in mortal combat against his nemesis, the Evil Magistrate. Maya's collected DVDs and merchandise from that series for as long as I've known her. The Plumed Punisher seems awfully similar to the Steel Samurai. The Plumed Punisher originated here in Khura'in. Is that clear, Barbed Head? Yes, your benevolence. Note to self, never suggest that again. So what else have I not looked at, other than the wanted poster? Oh, it's a wanted poster for the rebel escapee everyone's talking about. What? Let me see that. 3 million belly. 3 million double dollars. Dots. R-ball? Arable? That's horrible. That's horrible. This girl is so far the character I dislike the most in the entire franchise. It's annoying to have to say your benevolence all the time. And pretty much everything that she says is like, I hate you so much. We don't usually have someone going around with us who hates Phoenix, do we? Like, if it's not, Maya or whoever, if it's just a guest character, they're usually not this antagonistic. That's horrible. Senior member of insurgent leadership and a former paratrooper of a foreign land, wanted for crimes against the kingdom, considered armed and dangerous. So he's ex-military, huh? His appearance alone exudes menace. He must be captured at once. Is something wrong? The bounty is 3 million damas, money that comes out of the people's tax payments. I shall have it lowered to about 1 million damas. You seem unexpectedly concerned with the people's welfare. Unexpectedly? How rude. Nana has always taught me that kingdoms that do not value its people come to ruin. As a crown princess, it is only natural that I care for my people. How about sending some of that kindness this way? Well, I suppose I could. If you quit being a lawyer and paid taxes to our kingdom, that is. Oh well, it was worth a shot. Isn't this that justice minister I met? But who's the woman in the picture next to him? She looks really important. Could she be the queen of Khura'in? Well, I guess I'm not asking her. How about some tea? No. How about... nothing? Huh, I don't think there's anything else. I can't rotate the view. Ah! A poster of the mountains? Oh, the Inner Sanctum Mount is featured against those other towering peaks. They paint the elevate... It would be a nice enough poster without a bunch of numbers on there. Like, come on. Those beautiful mountains are known as the Roof of Khura'in. And I see they've even included Mount Poni Poni in that poster. Mount Poni Poni, is that the smaller peak to the left? Known as the Little Sanctum, it is just west of the Inner Sanctum. Is it not also beautiful? But I suppose a lawyer with a defiled soul such as you could not perceive such beauty. No, that's not true. I think it's absolutely stunning. So I guess the idea is that somebody hang-glided from one to the other. Lady Beh'leeb has not had a change of heart, and simply waiting shall not change that. Can't we wait just a little longer? I wonder if she'll ever open up. Oh, you're still here. Lady Beh'leeb. Or a ropeway. Mrs. Inmate, do you think you're ready to talk? Is it okay with you, dear? Yes, I will let him know. Lady Beh'leeb, you don't have to speak to this lawyer if it is not your wish. No, it's quite all right. If my husband were still with us, he would say... As much as it pains me to have my lovely wife speak on such matters, if it would help to find the truth, then ask whatever you may. Okay, I'll take you up on your generous offer. Wait, did Mrs. Inmate just call herself lovely just now? Well, whatever are you waiting for? Ask your questions quickly, so your departure may be just as swift. Yes, of course. Do you have any idea why your husband might have been killed? Was he acting different or doing anything out of the ordinary lately? No, I don't recall anything of the sort. Dots? Arg, this is really difficult. Did anybody have a grudge against him? He was a kind man and one of peace. He would never do anything that would cause someone to bear a grudge against him. These are Psyche-Locks. This means Mrs. Inmee is trying to hide something from me. This is the Magatama Maya gave me all those years ago, and it has a really amazing power. It reacts when someone is hiding something. It allows me to see the Psyche-Locks that are holding that person's mind shut. Whenever I see any, I only have to tap my Magatama to try and unlock them. Unlocking them all usually allows me to coax the truth out of someone. We're on case 3, but it's the first time that Phoenix has had the opportunity to do this. Will we have all of the information we need, or do we need to go somewhere else? Psyche-Locks. They appeared when I asked whether anyone held a grudge against her husband. That must mean that Mrs. Envy thought of someone who just might have such a grudge. Let's just stir the pot a little and see what happens. Mrs. Envy, I have an idea who your husband's real killer might be. That would be Maya, would it not? No, of course not. It has to be someone with a motive to kill him. This is who I believe had a reason to kill your husband. I believe the escaped prisoner killed your husband. He probably thought that your husband would get in the way of his escape plan. But were that the case, wouldn't Maya have been slain as well? Oh, you're right. Guess I better find someone else with a possible motive. The rebel leader Dirk killed your husband. He did it to stop the purification rite. He must despise Lady Kee'ra for capturing his fellow insurgents. But were that the case, wouldn't he have slain my... Oh, again? Why? Was this actual process of elimination, or were we supposed to suggest this from the outset? Like, this is who we believe had a reason to kill your husband. Oh, because of the damn note. Right, never mind. It was the rebel hunter, disguised as Lady Kee'ra. Everyone's talking about her. I know not of what you speak. Really? Because she even made the front page recently. I am but a humble servant of Lady Kee'ra. What reason would she have had to kill someone as insignificant as I? Actually, I have something that just might show why Lady Kee'ra would kill Abbott and me.
Take that!
This is a letter of warning from Lady Kee'ra. Maya found it. It was in the inner sanctum, and only Maya and your husband were there at the time. Ugh! This letter reached its intended recipient, your husband, the High Priest, didn't it? And how do you know Maya wasn't lying to you? Because I've never seen that letter before, and I doubt my husband ever did either. Sorry, but I have evidence that proves this warning was meant for your husband. Is this?
Take that!
What's that? It's an envelope, addressed to the High Priest. The warning letter was delivered to your husband inside this, wasn't it? Ugh! I really love this. I like this character. Holding up the thing and then switching the things and then even like moving it as she talks as him. What nonsense is this? How can you prove the warning was delivered in this envelope? There's gotta be some way to prove it. Wait a second. Don't the envelope and the warning letter have something in common? I think there just might be something with... Okay. Alright. Yes, that proof is right here on the warning letter. Spot on the warning lever, okay.
Take that!
The 3 holes in the envelope are in the same shape and arrangement as the holes in the warning letter, and if you fold the letter in thirds and place it in the envelope, the holes line up. Yes, odd. As for what made the holes, I believe it was this.
Take that!
They were made by this warbod arrow, one of the weapons favored by Lady Kee'ra. The warning was folded into thirds, placed in the envelope addressed to the High Priest, and delivered to your husband. You don't need to make a whole manga about it. Oh! Kelhunka, hello. Are you ready to tell me the truth now? I admit the warning was sent to my husband, but he was not an insurgent. Then why did you keep it a secret? Because the authorities might have suspected him of being one if I hadn't. I guess that makes sense. If the rebel hunter was after him, I can see how people might at least suspect. We are a Khura'inist kingdom. As such, rising up against the monarchy is the same as blaspheming Khura'inism itself. Your husband was a devout priest of Khura'inism, and you feared that his good name would be tarnished if the warning went public. Yes, that makes sense, but it's the honest truth. What if the High Priest really was a rebel? The rebel hunter would have had a motive to kill him. Still, this just doesn't feel like the right time to ask her about it. Tell me more about the warning. Can you tell me a little more about the warning? It arrived about 3 days before the purification rite. When we woke that morning, it was already there. By the side of our bed. It was by the side of your bed? Yes, we had the whole house locked up tight. And yet someone still managed to slip in. Oh, it was so frightening, wasn't it, dear? But you didn't contact the police? Because you didn't want them to suspect your husband of being a rebel? That's right. If only we had told the police, maybe Tarust would still be alive today. Oh, lovely wife, no need to fret, my dear. My only regret is that I left you all alone. Barbed head, that is quite enough. Yes, you're probably right. Left it on the side of your bed? No, it was our neighbor, side of our bed. We have dumb names like that here. I am really despising the names. Mrs. Inmee, I'm sorry to have bothered you at such a difficult time. Don't be silly. I'm happy if I have helped. Your benevolence. May you swiftly shine light upon the truth. Barbed head. You seem bent on casting suspicion upon Lady Kee'ra. And by doing so you seek to deflect blame from the real killer, Maya Fey. That is the only logical conclusion. I'm in no position to disprove her at this point. If only I could find something to support my theory that the High Priest was a rebel. The only other person who might know more about Abbot Inmee would be Maya. They might be done questioning her by now. Maybe I'll stop by the detention center. My mother has said what? It seems I must go. Did something happen? Yes. My mother has decreed that a rite shall be held for the High Priest's passing, and that she shall conduct the prayer of lament therein. Her Eminence has so decreed, has she? Oh, but she should not concern herself with a humble priest like my husband. No, it is only natural, considering his meritorious service. The rite will be held at the palace. You are to accompany me there at once, Lady Beh'leeb. Thank you, your benevolence. My husband is most delighted, too. How wonderful for you, Miss Inmee. A direct decree from the Queen. That must be quite an honor. Barbed head. You are coming as well. Huh? but I don't have much time left to investigate. As the one charged with monitoring you, you must remain within my sight at all times. Besides, it will take but a moment. Now come along. Ugh, arguing the point will probably just make things worse for me. I better let her have... I better let her have her way this time.